LEGO just revealed the first Avengers Doomsday sets, and honestly some of these are absolutely insane. And I already know which one is my favorite, but there's one set here that really surprised me. Let's find out. First up we have 40880 Avengers Doomsday Heroes and Villain. And this one is a little different because it comes from the LEGO BrickHeadz lineup, meaning there are no minifigures included. Instead we get 4 different builds with a total of 467 pieces. The set will be released on October 4th, 2026 and will retail for $39.99 US. And I'm going to rank these 4 characters from my least favorite to my favorite. Starting with Thor, for me, Thor is easily the weakest one here. And the biggest reason is his hair. I just don't think it looks like the Thor we were shown in the trailer. Something about the hair just doesn't work for me, and because of that, Thor is definitely my least favorite of the 4. Next up is the Thing, and honestly he looks pretty good. I like the overall design, but there is one thing that really bothers me, his hands. They're positioned in a really weird way, and I honestly don't know why LEGO decided to build them like that. But apart from that, I think the Thing works perfectly well as a BrickHeadz. Then we have Dr. Doom, and this one is actually really good. His armor looks fantastic, and I think LEGO did a really good job translating Dr. Doom into BrickHeadz form. The only thing I don't really like is the face. For me it looks a little bit too goofy for Dr. Doom, but besides that I really like this build. And finally we have my favorite from the set, Gambit. His coat looks really good and I especially like his face because it doesn't look weird or overly goofy. Overall I think Gambit is easily the strongest BrickHeadz here. So is this set worth it? If you like BrickHeadz, absolutely. But for me there are definitely stronger sets in this wave. And speaking of stronger sets, the next one might be one of the best LEGO Marvel display pieces we've gotten this year. Next up we have 76345 Dr. Doom Bust. This set will release on September 1st, 2026 and will retail for $49.99 US. It contains 379 pieces and includes one amazing minifigure, Dr. Doom. And honestly, this minifigure looks really good. The printing is incredibly detailed and we even get the art printing, which is a really nice addition. But the main attraction here is obviously the bust, and I really like the direction LEGO took with this. Instead of simply giving us another helmet, LEGO went for a full bust design, which makes the whole thing feel much more complete. It also gives the build a lot more presence on a shelf. There are some really nice details throughout the build, and when you look at this thing, you immediately get the dark presence of Dr. Doom. And I think that's exactly what you want from a display piece like this. So is it worth it? I think this is one of the better display sets in the wave. The build looks great and the Dr. Doom minifigure is a huge bonus. But now let's move on to a set that I think is going to be bought for a completely different reason. Next up we have 76347 Avengers Doomsday Quinjet. This set will retail for $59.99 US, will be released on October 4th, 2026 and contains 433 pieces. It also comes with 4 amazing minifigures. But let's start with the build, and honestly, it's another Quinjet. It doesn't look bad at all, but if I'm being honest, we've already had much better Quinjets on the shelves. So in terms of the actual build, this isn't really something that changes the world, but the minifigures, that's where this set becomes much more interesting. First we have Cyclops, and overall I think this is a really nice minifigure. There's a lot of detail in the printing and I really like how LEGO translated his design into minifigure form. Next is Dr. Doom, and this version is almost the same as the minifigure from the bust. However, this time he doesn't get arm printing, which makes this version slightly worse for me. Then we have the new Captain America, and I really like this one. The torso and leg printing looks really good, and I especially like how his wings are built. Overall, I think he looks fantastic. And finally, we have the Thing, and if I'm right, this is the first time we've gotten the Thing without his shirt. That makes this version much more unique. So honestly, I think this set is going to be bought mainly because of the minifigures. The Quinjet itself isn't anything revolutionary, but the minifigure lineup is really strong. So my verdict, great minifigures, average build. But maybe I'm wrong, let me know what you think in the comments. And now we're getting to the set that I think completely changes the game. This is 76348 Epic Battle Avengers Doomsday, and I'm just going to say it right now, this is my favorite set from the entire wave. The set will be released on October 4th, 2026, will retail for $99.99 US and contains 846 pieces. And it comes with 6 amazing minifigures. We get Dr. Doom, Thor, Mr. Fantastic, Mystique, Nightcrawler and Magneto. And for me, the 2 best minifigures are Dr. Doom and Magneto, especially Magneto because of that new helmet that looks incredible. And I absolutely love how he looks. But the minifigures aren't even the main reason I love this set. Let's talk about the build, because this thing looks fantastic. The Sentinel is easily one of the bigger highlights, and honestly I think it looks much better than the Sentinel we got in the X-Mansion set. We're also getting several destroyed fragments of other Sentinels as well as fragments from Xavier's School, and that immediately raises some questions. Does this mean Xavier's School gets destroyed in the movie? Maybe, but obviously we don't know for sure yet. And that's one of the thing I love about this set. There are so many little details that make you start thinking about what could happen in Avengers Doomsday. So is it worth $99.99? For me, absolutely. Fantastic minifigures, an amazing Sentinel, and a really interesting scene. This is easily the best set of the wave for me, but we still have one more set to talk about, and this one has some of the best minifigures here, but the actual building might be this biggest problem. Finally, we have 76352, Avengers Doomsday New Avengers Tower. This set will retail for $109.99 US, will be released on October 4th, 2026 and contains 954 pieces. It also comes with 6 minifigures and honestly, I think every single one is a hit for me. My favorite has to be Human Torch. As far as I know, this is the first time we've gotten him completely covered in flames, and I think that makes this minifigure really special. We also get Red Guardian, and I really like this version, especially with the printed shield. But now let's talk about the actual build, and unfortunately this is where I have some problems. For me, an Avengers Tower should have a lot of windows and glass panels, but this one is mainly grey, and that's something I don't really like. I think Avengers Tower should feel much more impressive and futuristic, and I don't think this design quite gets here. However, there is one big advantage. This is part of the LEGO Marvel mini modular series, so it can connect really nicely with the other LEGO Marvel buildings, and I really like that. If you're already collecting the Marvel mini modular buildings, this tower could fit into that display really well. So is it worth it? Great minifigures, but I'm not completely sold on the building. If you already have an Avengers Tower, I don't think this is necessarily a must buy. But if you don't have one yet, I still think you can have a lot of fun with it. And that's everything for the first Avengers Doomsday wave. And if you want to see what LEGO released for Ninjago on August 1st, check out my new video right here.